We go, going through our gun disarm. So I'll have you hold the starts. Gun disarm, first rule is we don't put our finger in the trigger. Secondly, you want to move away from the dangerous end of the gun. So we teach gun, let's start with gun to the head. Gun to the head, if it's here, it is you sidestep as you catch so they can't redirect. I don't really need my thumb on this, that'll just slow me down. As I catch and redirect, it's thumb up and you force the gun to go all the way to here and then you pull back. From there, you'd be able to kick or step in with elbows or punches as well. So one more time on that one. If it's gun to the head here, I'm gonna go to the side. As I go to the side, I'll go up and then pull back again. The second one, if it's gun to the body, it can be done a couple different ways. Gun to the body is either gonna be to direct it down or up. If it's here, I would still put this in the head category because here is close enough that if I just get to right here, it might wing me, but it's not gonna, if I go down from here, I have too much travel time of things that I really don't want to have shot. Whereas from here, I can still get to here and still do the rest of the technique without getting shot. If it's gut though, if it's stomach, then I would go down. But for either way, every time I do this, I try to angle my body. Hello guys, I'm gonna go here as I go here, and once it's there, I would push up towards you to break the grip from the thumb, and then I would come back for a pistol whip to the side. So, gun head. If it is side of the body, we teach to turn slightly. All I have to do is do that, and the gun isn't going to shoot me. So as soon as I go to the side, this hand's going to trap there. I'm going to go underneath, and then this hand is gripping here. I'm going to come back, and now this part, I would actually put your finger like that because it's going to bend back against the hand. This hand is going to hit on the wrist. As I turn this way, I hit down that way to break the grip. So again on that one, if it's to the side, I'm gonna go trap, turn, push, and then down, and then I have a weapon. Usually when you step back with the gun, it should be hand here so it's guarding you. Not here, but here, as you do a quick sweep to both sides so you can make sure nobody else is approaching as well. Gun to the, if it is anywhere behind the arm, it doesn't matter if it's right here beside the arm, anywhere behind the back. If it's behind the body though, you're gonna do a sweeping motion, you do a circle down and around, wax on, wax off, that's when it gets a wax on motion. The wax on motion, I'm gonna go down and around, this hand is gonna catch the wrist. So I'm gonna go here and pinch, which pulls the gun through, and then I can pull free from there. So one more time, slower on that one, it's here. I'm gonna take this hand, I'm gonna chop down slightly, I turn just a little bit so the gun isn't pointing at me anymore. This arm, I turn the thumb under, and I point up like I'm pointing up to Jesus, help me Jesus. I point my hand back down, which if you're locked on the wrist, forces the wrist to go over, and at no point the gun faces you. From there, you can peel the gun from there. You can either hit, or you can hit with the butt of the gun. Just be aware of where the barrel is facing right now. There's kids on that side, so if I were to punch like this, it risks discharging to that side. However, if I were to hit like this, it risks discharging into you. The last couple, back of the head, hands come up, you're gonna turn to one side. I would bet that the gun is in somebody's right hand usually. Whether it's right hand or left hand doesn't make a difference here. If it's in their right hand though, it lets you break the elbow. So you're here, you turn, I'm gonna do an outside block, grab the elbow, and then break there. From there, or if it's the other hand, switch hands. If it's the other hand, same concept, I'm gonna turn, bump, catch, and as I elbow up, I'm not gonna get the elbow break, most likely. If you turn a little bit, you could break the elbow, but I'll most likely end up catching the inside that bends. And as you hit there, I would just step and then do a takedown. Just step behind the leg and turn and take him to the ground there. Hostage from behind to the side of the head. So hostage from behind, it's here. I almost lost it to doing this one. This hand is going to slap the gun into their face there. As you slap the gun into the face, you're either gonna grab the gun and go this way, or you are going to grab the wrist and go this way. So you're either gonna lock and try to break the wrist or just try to break the grip of the gun. And then from there, if you pull this way, they're gonna be reaching for it. So I would hit here and then hammer fist down to the groin. So one more time on hostage. It's here, you're gonna go hit, grip, and then down. Now, if they have the other arm around the body like you did, same thing would happen, but as soon as I hit there, I'm gonna try to get this wrist, and even if you kept a grip here, if I have a good lock on the wrist, I should be able to do this that will make you start to loosen up because it'll break the wrist. That one is based on someone's ability to, like, if you have an older person, they might not be able to do that. So in a situation, I'll come up with a scenario for someone that isn't physically able to do the wrist lock. That's it for gun. Back. Gun to the back counts the same as, if it's gun to the back, it's the same as the one we did before, where you go here, down, and then through, and then peel. So anything from behind the elbow on this side, all the way around to this side, are all gonna be sweep motion, and that works on both sides. If you put it in the other hand, if the gun is in your left hand, I can still use the same arm. It doesn't have to be my right and your right. I can still use the same arm and do the same motion if it's in your left hand. I can still turn here, lock, and as I point down, it's still not gonna point at me, and then I can peel from there as well. Going on to knife, we'll just throw it on the ground. So for knives, let's see, let's go with overhand first. Are we in frame, Mrs. Newman, on the video?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So knife, do you have a preference? Let's go through all of them. Knife overhand, as it comes down, is to go here. You take it. Now you can teach the simple version is just to go straight from here into an arm bar and try to force them to the ground, or try to break the elbow, or to hold the arm bar. The more complex version we usually do in class is knife coming down again, is to go here and then step through and step into an arm bar here. The second one, if it's forehand coming in from this side, if it's forehand, we step in here, shoulder to shoulder, step back so they don't cut you as you go through. You step underneath, you have your figure four for the takedown off of that. The next one, if it's backslash from the side, we go here and we break for the elbow. Off of the elbow, we will go with an elbow to the side of the rib cage, catch the head and go for a throw. Or you can take this and simply turn and drop to the knee, push them all the way to the ground, and you have a lock on the elbow. Let's see. Joust straight in, either joust straight in or underhand. Mrs. Zumi, can you tell if it's still recording as well? I realized I had the button in my pocket the whole time, which has been hit a couple times. I don't know if it's still going.
It's still going, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're 7 minutes and 13 seconds.
So joust coming into the body. It goes here, so you're doing a couple things. You're swimming. As you're swimming, you sidestep as much as you can. You turn, grip for the wrist here, which gets them off balance. And then you step back. At this point, my thumbs are on your knuckles. You step back this way to try to break the wrist to do the takedown. There's another version of that. That's my favorite one. We'll stick with that. And the same is true. If they do underhand as well, anything coming in like this is going to be that motion for me, and then turn back on the wrist. We did that. We did that. We did that. Overhead. The overhead horror one can be done the same way with the step through for the armbar. If it's the hostage version, so let's say it's knife to the stomach, held at the stomach. Knife to the stomach held here can be done the same way as the other one, joust, where if you're here, if you turn just a little bit, you can even take that straight into an arm bar here. And after you try to break, you can break the elbow there. Same thing, elbow to the body, catch and takedown. Or come around and you have a quick figure four here and then drop them there. The other version, if it's knife to the throat, palm down. Palm down is to go hit to the bicep, catch the wrist here, trying to push the knife towards them as fast as you can. As you hit, if you hit the first inch of the bicep, it'll cause the voluntary reaction. So I hit there. As I hit off of that, I would turn this into a figure four here, going for the neck, and then do a takedown. Now this is not the solid figure four. If your hand is over their arm here for a figure four, it will work for a fast takedown, but I'm not gonna wrestle you here, otherwise you'll start to gain leverage over time. Or knife to the throat, palm down again. If it's palm down again, the other version would be, if you go here to the body, you can take this straight back into break the elbow by going here and try to snap the elbow as you unwind, and then you do takedown. The knife palm up. Palm up is to slide your neck back as you catch for the wrist. As you do, I would kick for the groin or the shin just to distract. So I would go there, and as soon as I do, you pull down, and then you turn this way for the takedown. This is like you take them on an elevator ride. You go straight down to your center mass. You don't let your forearms come off your wrist. You just turn to lock out the back of the wrist there for the takedown. Hostage from behind. Hostage from behind, this one, we're here. We're gonna go forearm, not hand, it's harder to do. Forearm against the back of the elbow. I'm gonna lean back and headbutt you in the face. As I do that, I'm gonna make the knife go to this side as I trap on top of your wrist. So I'm gonna go here, and as soon as I do, I'm gonna get my thumb on the bottom side and turn it over to a figure four. This is the strong figure four version. If my arm is underneath yours, I can, even if you resist me, you're resisting your own arm. Like I can, as long as my hand is in position, there's nothing you can really do in that state. The next one, let's see, there's hostage, there's that version. There's another version on that where hostage from behind, where you go from here, you go here, and then you step through here, and then you take that into a hammer lock from behind. I prefer this one more for the figure four. I feel like I have more control, and there's less variables of me breaking my balance point. Hostage from behind, knife to the back. Knife to the back can be done the same as the other one, where you turn, go here, lock, and now from here though, I can't just grab and pull. So off of that, I would go for a takedown. If you have the wrist here, I'd turn it back. I'd go here, I would turn back into an elbow lock and then do the takedown from there. There's another version next to the back. Oh, the other one next to the back is this. You're here, you glance over your shoulder just enough. If I look here, my peripheral vision can see that your left hand is hanging by your side. I'm gonna turn, and if it's your left hand, that means your right hand has the knife. I'm gonna turn, so I'm on the inside of your body. My opposite hand is gonna do a chop down. I'm gonna grab your wrist and flip it over. So from here, I turn, I bump, catch, step through, and I try to stab you with your knife. Off of that, I'll turn it back into an armbar. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that's it. So hope that was good. I'll put that on YouTube so you can follow up with anything you have on it, and we are good to go.